land that knows no part. Blue lights cry in the rain. What's up, YouTube? This is the guy in the camo hat. And today we are going to be doing Copenhagen pouches. This is the second time that I've ever done pouches, or Copenhagen pouches. I was at Walmart trying to get a log of Copenhagen straight, and it was one of those ladies who had no idea what the fuck anything was, and she was like, they've got the shit on the shelves, and then they've got the logs in a different place, and you just feel so bad for them because it's like you want to go back there and be like, just take it off the shelf, but I don't know if you can do that. But anyway, so I ended up settling for, I saw like the little trial pack thing way back in the back, and I've got really bad eyes. Like, I needed to get a medical waiver for my eyesight to do army shit, because my eyesight sucks. But yeah, so like when I go get dip, like I usually just kind of know what the Copenhagen tins look like, but I just pretty much go off of like color, like what are the different colors that we have going on the wall over there, because I just can't see anything. So anyway, I thought this was a one of the wintergreen long cut, the hunting special edition one. I mean, okay, look at it. It comes packaged like this. You expect a guy that's almost blind to be able to read pouches like 5 feet away. Actually, it was more like 8 or 9 feet, maybe 10. I don't know. It's wherever the fucking dip is at Walmart. I'm sure you've been there before. But yeah. Plus, this was only $2.25, so it is what it is. These actually are a little dry. What's the... So by January 12th. Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think these have 14 in them, so we're gonna stick 3 in. Why not? Yeah, no. Anyway, so more car problems for you. Yeah, never let me around your vehicles because things kind of just tend to go to shit. So we've had pretty bad snow the last couple of weeks, and this past week we had like an ice storm. Hold on. There we go. And I cracked my windshield. I think I cracked it scraping the ice off the windshield. I think that's how I did it, because I know like it was down, like, because the crack like runs right alongside where the the windshield wiper is. And I was like getting down in there, like jamming in there, trying to get all the ice out from underneath so my windshield wipers could work properly. And yeah, I think I cracked it, and like this town is just shit when it comes to potholes. I think they've filled in, there's one like right in the intersection by my house that they've filled in with sand like 3 times in the last month. Or like the the gravel shit. I don't know what the whatever that shit is. That like sand gravel shit that they have like in the parking lots of like concert venues and shit. Not like actual gravel, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I gotta get quotes to buy a new windshield. Yeah. But yeah. If you think I have bad luck with cars, do not ever let me go near your tractor, because I will break it if you let me use it long enough. It will break. I worked at the IDNR not 2 summers ago. 2 summers ago, so summer of 2012. We had, let's see, at our place, we had a little Ford 3000. We had an International Harvester. It was the industrial, I think it was a 2525. I can't remember. And then a old, I think it was an old Kubota. I don't know how long Kubota's been making tractors. No, it was a case. That's what it was. It was like a really early case. And then we had 2 deers. And I mostly drove the Ford 3000 and the International Harvester. When I'd like go spray out the bathrooms, I'd drive around the Ford. And then when I'd do like mowing and shit, I would use the IH. But funniest story that I'll just tell one, because this video's already at 8.5 minutes. I fucking blew the radiator in that motherfucker. So I'm just gonna tell that one. So there I was, putting along the I&M Canal, which if you don't know what that is, Google it. It'll take like 3 seconds to figure it out. Actually, it's a canal that stretched from the Illinois River to Lake Michigan. And we have like a nature path, and part of our job was to maintain that path. So I would mow along the trail. But this is late July, getting up to about 110 degrees in the afternoon, consistently for a week. So, you know, I'm just sitting, putting along up in the tractor, and, I'd been doing this out all week, you know, so in the heat, and, maybe starting the second day, there's like a little bit of steam that poofs up from the radiator cap, you know, so, but it doesn't really do much, so I just kind of let the throttle down a little bit, and just keep putting along, and it seems to be fine, and it's doing that most of the week, and that makes perfect sense because 110 degrees out, no wind, I'm in first gear, throttle like 3/4 of the way up, with the PTO on, mowing heavy grass, or thick grass. So, I'm going along at like a mile an hour. Like, I can walk faster than I'm going in this tractor. So there's no airflow at all. And, I got the throttle up pretty high because it's thick grass. And so, obviously, the radiator is going to be shooting off steam. So, every now and then, I take a break and I let it idle and I let it cool down. Anyway, so one day, I'm coming back. I'm about maybe a mile out from the shop. And, no, maybe it was like 3/4 of a mile. I don't remember. Anyway, this thing starts chugging like a locomotive. Like the smoke is just. So I let it cool off. I let the thing run while I'm eating my lunch. This is at noon that this thing is puffing and puffing. And I'm like, this is not good. So I drive it for like, after I eat my lunch, drive it for maybe like another hour or so. Starts doing it again. This is where I'm about 3/4 of a mile away out. So I call up to my boss. And I'm like, hey, this thing is really, really puffing steam. What do you want me to do? He's like, have you been idling it and letting it cool down? Yeah. Alright, well, has it been doing this recently? Yeah, it's been doing it all week. Alright, it should be fine. So, okay, fine, whatever. Keep going. I get to the 3/4 mile mark. I'm sorry. They send me out at 8 in the morning, and I go down, and at lunch, I turn around, and I come back. So, I maybe mow like 4 miles of trail in a day. And I mowed all the way from, I probably mowed, I don't remember. I figured it out on Google Maps. It was like, forgot. At least 30 miles of trail, both sides that I mowed. I spent like 3 to 4 weeks in that tractor just mowing the trail, and by the time I got done on one side, it was over to the other. Anyway, huffing and puffing. It's like 30 minutes of quitting time. I should be getting back. I'm probably going to get back a little late, punching a little OT. And radiator, it's poof, poof, poof. So I let it down some, let it back up. When it cools off, still poof, poof, poof. Let it cool down some, let it go up, still poof, poof, poof. And then all of a sudden I hear ping! And I'm like, and then just shh. And there's just like hot steam just blowing in my face. Just like a cloud of it just like completely covers the trail. Like I cannot see my hand if I'm like holding it out here. That's how thick this shit is. And I'm like gagging and wheezing because it's got like it's water and the antifreeze mix, and it smells awful. So the radiator cap shoots good 20 feet up in the air. Thank God it didn't hit me. I hear it thunk. So I stop the tractor. I get the cap. go to put it back on, realize that the thread that's attached to the top of the radiator is gone. Like, the welding blew, and the whole thing just came shooting right up. So, called my boss, and I'm like, oh shit, the radiator cap blew off. He's like, well, can't you just screw it back on? I mean, the whole fucking radiator cap blew off. There's no way to put this shit back on. So he goes, well, fuck. And I'm like, yeah, fuck, is right. And, he's like, well, just bring it back in. You know, just hobble it on over. Throw it in third and put it real low. And just get over here as quick as you can. And so I go to look in. I'm like, okay. So I hang up, and I go and like peer into the radiator because there's no more steam coming out of there. And I look in. The whole thing is empty. So luckily I've got like a jug of water, and then I got a water bottle that I have in my lunchbox. So I'm not gonna ruin my jug. So I get my water bottle and I fill it up as much as I can, and most of that just kind of boils away. So this is like this is how big my water bottle is, and I fill that up. Remember, we got the canal going, so I got my boots on, so I weighed maybe like a foot or two in, where the water only comes up a couple inches, you know, so it's not really getting my socks wet or nothing like that. And I just kind of like reach over and like just like drain the water off the top where there's no like moss or algae, so that I don't get any mud or any of that shit in there. And I filled this thing up, I don't know if it was 8 or 12 times, but I finally get it like decently full. Start the tractor back up, let it run for a while, let it kind of cool off some, and I bring it on back, and it looked like I was driving a steam locomotive, like it was like boof, 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 boof. And I pull in, and my boss is just like, oh, fuck. He's like, tsh, 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 tsh. And so, yeah, we had to get a whole new radiator, put it on, and the replacement radiator that we got for the tractor, the radiator cap, or the screw-in cap, yeah, was like an inch forward of where the other one was. So we had to take the top off, get out the Sawzall, and just cut, so that we could get the radiator to fucking fit in the tractor, because I needed to get back out there and fucking mow. Because I was already like 3 or 4 days behind schedule because of that incident. So yeah, that's how I cost the state of Illinois however much a fucking radiator costs. And yeah, that's just one of the many things that I've done to break tractors. I'll tell you guys, if you're interested in this story, just like leave a comment or hit the like button, and I will share the rest of them with you in other videos. This is just, if I tell all the stories, it'd just take like, it'd be like a 40-minute video. And we're already reaching 20, so this is the guy in the camel hat. I'll see y'all later.